I'm going to give you a very quick and basic rundown of the mill site for the Golden Wonder Mine. It's located inside of a 14,000 square foot building. It's got, you can see the 64,000 kilowatt three-phase generator for backup. Outside here we've got a Barber Green stacker conveyor. We can run over 100 plus tons an hour without any kind of delays. Around the back side you'll see the water storage tank. Gives you plenty of capacity to run to where we have a 23 gallon per minute well. However, you never want to run short of water, so that's just the storage tank for it. Also on the outside there, if you zoom in a little bit, you'll see the discharge conveyor that comes out from underneath the filter press, which I'll show you here shortly. All the tailings that have come out the end of that conveyor will be loaded up and hauled off to back out to the mine. So we have lots of room outside here to stockpile all the head ore coming in for different veins and separate and sort them all out there. The backhoe belongs to the Golden Wonder Mine itself. That trailer does not, sorry. With this conveyor, it'll be ran by a hydraulic power pack, and with the reciprocating feeder on the hopper, we'll be able to regulate the amount of head ore coming into the building. So we can turn down the hydraulic, turn up the reciprocating feeder, therefore we'll never have to overload or underload the crusher assembly, which you'll see next. Now that we're on the inside of the building, you'll see where the conveyor comes in. It feeds into the top there, the jaw crusher. Goes down the middle, you're going to have the hammer mill, and on the bottom you'll have a pulverizer. After it leaves that pulverizer, you eventually will have an auger that's going to feed up into this hopper. This hopper will hold up to 20 tons up. Once the crushed ore comes out of the hopper, it heads over to the agitating system. We have dual agitators, 2 tanks set up to do the same process. Please note overhead you'll see the overhead gantry crane that'll be utilized to move barrels, move the processes in and out. I'm going to climb up on top and show you the top view of this agitator system. This is one of the agitators. The motor, the gearbox, the transmission. It is approximately 6 feet tall. You can see how it centers. It's off center of the one tank. And on the same structure we have the second setup, once again identical to it. The mixer blades are over in the warehouse, however they are not installed yet, as we need to still move a few things around. Next to the agitator system we have the filter press. The filter press sits up elevated, and underneath the filter press is the discharge conveyor. That's the conveyor that earlier in the video I showed you came outside with the tailings. So as we walk up the conveyor, you'll notice the size, or walk up the filter press, excuse me, you'll notice the size of the press. Over by the agitator system, you'll also notice the air compressor, the air-operated diaphragm pumps, and the holding tanks. There's 3 tanks installed right now. The 4th tank has not been installed yet. As you can tell, none of the plumbing has been hooked up, but the pumps and most of the parts and components are here. Next I will walk you into the lab. The lab is roughly 10 foot by 12 foot wide, air conditioned, has 3-phase power coming into it, as well as single phase. That is simply the exhaust fan. In the same mill site, we also have a room for conference meetings and a place to store all of our core samples. All these items have already been shown to you in the video, but just to put it in perspective, the hopper, the crusher assembly behind it, the agitator with the pumps, the air compressor and everything behind them, and the storage tanks, overhead gantry crane, filter press with discharge conveyor, and the lab. Please know that everything in here is in the middle of the construction process, so sorry for it not looking complete, clean, and dressed up.